Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to spend some time with me today. It's a beautiful sunny afternoon here in Dublin. I think the temperatures are in and around 19 degrees, which for us is amazing. So when the sun shines, we make the most of it. I've been kind of busy this weekend because my girls are currently in a ballet show. So my older girl and my littlest one, so they're both doing different dances. So there's been great excitement and lots of makeup and hair gel and hairspray and hairpins and tutus and all kinds of things. So they're very excited. I'm going to see it this evening. So today I thought I would do some empties, and I have quite a few. And I've kind of divided them up into different categories. So I've got hair, shower items, some skincare, some makeup, and some beauty tools. So I'm just going to get stuck in. I'm going to start with the hair care. These I've shown you before. It's a shampoo and conditioner by Cocoa Brown by Marissa Carter, and it's the Kind shampoo and conditioner. I really was looking forward to using these. I was so excited. I thought these would be absolutely gorgeous. I didn't particularly like them. I've said it before. I didn't particularly like them. I don't know, I would imagine the shampoo in particular would be a very good cleansing shampoo, because when I was using it in the shower, I could feel my hair tangling. And it's not a sensation I like. And because my hair, I don't colour it anymore, so I had gone through a phase of not conditioning it every time I washed my hair. But with this, I absolutely had to. Sometimes I can get away with not conditioning, but with this, I had to. Now in general I do, because my stylist has told me it's not a good idea to let it go unconditioned for too long. So, but as I say, with this I absolutely had to. And I'm so disappointed. Now, as I say, this is my opinion and they could work beautifully for somebody else. So I put them into the family shower and so they were used up. So that's the Cocoa Brown shampoo and conditioner. Another shampoo, this was just a sample I had got from L'Occitane, and it's the Revitalising Fresh Shampoo. It's for daily use. I just got one use out of it. It was lovely. Didn't notice anything in particular about it. Nice, pleasant smell, but nothing unusual, just a nice shampoo. Then these are two styling products, and I've had them for quite a while. They've had a lot of trialing, and I've really tried to, make them work for me. But this one, the VO5 Extra Body Styling Mousse, I'm always looking for something that's going to give my hair a bit more body. So I tried these and I have them for a long time. And this one is Extra Body and 24-hour hold, and it's also water resistant. It's okay. It doesn't do anything unusual, and it's not empty, but it's starting to, when you squirt it out, it doesn't come out as a mousse anymore. So that's how long I've had it. It's beginning to come out sort of liquidy, which I didn't realise until I was in my hairdressing salon recently, and they had whatever mousse she was using on me. I think it might have been a Joyco, because that's the brand they use. And you could see it was a clear bottle. That actually, I always assumed mousse was mousse, but it's not. When it's in the bottle or in the container, it's liquid, and it's whatever happens in the dispensing of the product that turns it into mousse. So it's okay, it's fine. Maybe, for somebody with a little bit more natural body in their hair it would work, but it didn't really do an awful lot for me. So it's past its sell by date, so I'm going to toss it. Another one that I wasn't mad about this one either, and it's the Schwarzkopf Got To Be Too Sexy Big Volume Push-Up Volumizing Spray Mousse. And I wasn't mad about this one either, and I have it quite a while. I did give it a good go. It just didn't really do anything, so I'm going to include it in my empties, because actually it's beginning. The last couple of times I can't remember, I used one of them recently, and I think it was making my scalp itchy, so I'm not going to use it anymore. Have I any more hair products? No. So on to body products. This was sort of one we used, a shower gel that we used in the family shower. So I've used this quite a bit, and it's the Imperial Leather Camomile and Bamboo Milk. Lovely shower gel. It's shower cream. It's classic. It's soothing, and there was 100% extra free. So when it's going into a family shower, that's a very good thing, because I think my children You know, see a bottle of shower gel or shampoo and just kind of squeeze it and see, well, let's see what happens if you make lots of bubbles with this. It has a nice scent, lovely pleasant scent, not overpowering, and it seemed to be gentle enough on the skin, so I would definitely repurchase that. Another shower item was my Trilogy Aromatic Body Oil, and this is with rosehip, rice bran and bergamot. Now it was, I'm not sure if this is the full size or this was a deluxe sample size. You see the Trilogy name there. There's it. I turn it this way maybe. There you go. I'm sorry, the bottle is a little bit grimy. This is a lovely, lovely oil. So what I was doing is getting out of the shower, and before I dry off, putting this into my hand, warming it up and rubbing it, you know, rubbing it into my skin. And it's lovely, even though it was a small bottle, and I remember thinking at the time, this is not going to go very far. But it actually did, and what I tended to do as well was to mix it with some almond oil. So it's lovely. Now the scent is quite a different kind of scent. It's very earthy. Now there is bergamot in it, so that, you know, maybe that's what I'm smelling, but it is a kind of an earthy, natural smell. It's very nice. Now not everybody's going to like that smell, but it's a very good body oil, and because it's natural as well. And I find, for me, oils really absorb well into my skin. I struggle with lotions. I prefer an oil, but yeah, I would repurchase that, and I'm pretty sure that's only 45 ml. So I think it was a deluxe. It might have been a gift with purchase, but they have the bigger bottles. I'm on to skincare now, and this I've spoken about many times, and this is my Pixi Glow Tonic, and everybody talks about this. It's absolutely fabulous because it's got 5% glycolic acid, and it also contains aloe vera and ginseng, so that kind of soothes and calms the face. But it's 5%, so it's not too strong on your skin. It's easy. It's an easy one to use. I just use it once a day. I presume you could use it more than once a day. I just find I once a day seems to suit my skin. So yeah, I love that. I think this is my second or third bottle, and I have another one already in use. So love that. This is my Mad Hippie Vitamin A Serum with retinol, I beg your pardon, and retinoid and coffee berry, and it's, as I say, it's the Mad Hippie brand. I really like this because it's a natural form of vitamin A. You're not going to see, you know, immediate results. It takes a while, and I have been using this for over a year at this stage, and I do see an improvement in the texture and tone of my skin. I see certainly my fine lines are not getting any worse. And I do think they're actually softening up a little bit as well. But because it's a natural form of vitamin A, apart from the fact that it might take you a little bit longer to see results, the upside of this is that you're probably not going to see major peeling or redness. You may not have the same reaction as if you're using a pure retin-A, a prescription retin-A. And it does say to use it, when you start using it, to use it every other night until your skin becomes accustomed, and then you can use it every night. And what you do is you massage it into clean skin. It says every other night until skin adjusts, then move to every night and follow in 10 minutes with the moisturizer. And it does say may cause increased sensitivity to the sun. So when you're using any kind of retin-A, you must use sunscreen. It's very important because it does sensitize your skin a little bit. So I've been very, very happy with that. I think I have my third bottle on the go, if not my fourth bottle. Really, really, really like that, and will be repurchasing that too. So just following on nicely from that is my sunscreen, which I had been using for the last few months, and I getting to the end, but I knew there was still plenty in it, so I cut the tube, and it's the Vichy Ideal Soleil Factor 50 Velvety Cream Complexion Refining Action. So if you can see that there, I'll show you the top part. Sorry, the sun is shining. There's the Vichy. And I've got, what I actually did was I scooped out what was left and decanted it into little sample jars that I had for foundation samples, and they're brilliant if you hold on to those, because they're usually sturdy, and they're, you know, when you tighten them, they stay closed. So I'm finishing. I have a tiny little bit left, so I'm about to purchase a new facial sunscreen. I did like this. I would repurchase it. I think actually I bought this at the end of the summer last year. I'd been using La Roche-Posay, the Athelios. I had been using that, and then this was on offer. I think it was half price, so I said, well, I'll use that for the winter anyway, see how it works. And it does seem to work well under makeup. I don't know, I'm not sure, would you call it a primer? I'm not sure, but it certainly seemed to work well under my makeup, and it certainly protected my skin, so I did really like it, and it does feel quite moisturising and pleasant and soothing to use on the skin. Another skincare product, this is the Clarins Instant Eye Makeup Remover, waterproof and heavy eye makeup, and I don't know if you'll be able to read it. Oh, you will, because the bottle is empty. It was a blue, kind of a blue coloured liquid, and it was biphase, so you shake it and put it out. This was a deluxe sample size that I did get as it was a gift with purchase. I did like it. Whoops, I did like it very much, and I would repurchase it. Yes, absolutely. These I loved. Now these were a sample, because when I purchased my Clinique chubby sticks, well, sorry, when my husband purchased the Clinique chubby sticks for me as a gift, she popped in a couple of samples, and these were the fresh pressed renewing powder cleanser, and I think it has vitamin C in it, so they do come in little sachets. That's it there. And what she did was, I think it was only, did I get one use out of each one? I think so. You just pop it into the palm of your hand. It's a powder, you moisten it a little bit, and then you use it as a cleanser. I really liked it, actually. It was very, I have a few of them, as you can see. I used quite, I think I had another one somewhere. There was about 5 of them, so I had almost a week's use out of them. I really, really liked them. They were gentle. It felt your skin was really clean for morning time. Really, really clean and fresh and prepped for makeup. So yes, I would repurchase them, but I think they're quite expensive, so maybe in the future. My last skincare, these are 2 items that came together. I think it was when I was buying, possibly buying the Pixi. I was buying something. I think it was when I was buying that Pixi, and it's the Ren. One was the Bio-Retinoid Anti-Aging Cream. Now they're only sample sizes, or deluxe sample sizes, and this one was the Keep Young and Beautiful Instant Firming Beauty Shot. So there was, how much in them? 10 mils in each. This was a nice moisturiser. I didn't notice anything particularly amazing about it. I used it at night, 10 minutes after my vitamin A serum. I used that. It was a nice moisturiser, but nothing outstanding. Itchy nose, excuse me. And this one I think was to be a little bit like the Clarins Beauty Balm Flash. It's supposed to tighten. Can I read what it says? Because I've left my glasses. Does it say, to use, apply 2 or 3 drops to clean skin, follow with moisturiser, and I really can't, my eyes are really straining now. Follow with moisturiser, something moisturiser. Oh, I'm going to get my glasses. 1 second. There, that's much better. I'm not squinting as much, although the writing is minute on this. So reapply over moisturiser or makeup throughout the day as needed. When applying over makeup, gently gently pat your skin until absorbed, and do not rub. So obviously if you rub, you're going to maybe cause the makeup to come off. And this has no parabens and phthalates and things like that. I have to say I didn't really notice anything amazing about this at all, so I wouldn't use it. I wouldn't be interested in repurchasing it unless you have to use, and I did use it quite a bit. Like, I used it, it takes very little, so 10 mils, even though it sounds like a very small amount, actually went quite far. But I didn't notice any difference, so I wouldn't repurchase either one of those. There was nothing amazing about them. That's all the skincare. Now, I have a few makeup items. I finally used up my Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. Can you see that there? Yeah. I don't know if I would repurchase this. You set your under eye concealer. It's supposed to brighten. I have used my MAC Skin Finish, the Mineralized Skin Finish, a tip that Natalie the Beauty Diva gave me, and I use that to set my under eye, and it works the same way. I also have, I think it's a NYX translucent powder that I have been, no, it's a Catrice, it's a translucent powder. Very, very similar to this. I've used it as well. So for the price, it's nice. I mean, it's very fine, it's very finely milled. It doesn't clump, it doesn't, you know, look cakey or set into fine lines, which is what it's designed not to do. But I don't know, it ran out very quickly. I thought when I bought it, it was going to last for ages, and it seemed to go down very, very quickly. So I kind of rationed it out a little bit. It's finally gone. This was, or is, a Bare Minerals bronzer that I got in a set. I can't remember when, but it turns out that it's quite a dark bronzer. So for my skin tone, there's a fly just after going past. For my skin tone, it didn't really suit me. It made me look a little bit orange. So I have it so long. It's a small amount. There's only, does it say? I don't know how much is in it. It's called Warmth. Is it Warmth? Use your glasses, Daphne. Yes, it's just called Warmth, and it's a bronzer. So I got it in a set, so it's obviously not the full size, but it didn't really suit me. So, and I have it so long I wouldn't use it now. So that's going. This is an eyeshadow, a duo that I purchased not so long ago from Boots Natural Collection, and they're two green eyeshadows, and it's actually called Rosemary and Thyme. But when I took the sellotape off, you can see it pulled off the part of the sticker. I bought it to do a St. Patrick's Day look, which I ended up not doing, but this is what happened as well. They both came out, so not impressed with those, and I won't use those colours, so I'm going to see if my daughter would like them. I doubt she will, but I'm not going to clog up my makeup containers with colours that I'm not going to use. You've heard me talk about these before. In fact, did I mention them in my last empties? I can't remember. But this is the It Cosmetics Tightline Mascara. I loved this. I bought this from QVC because it's the only place we can get It Cosmetics here in Ireland, and I think in Britain as well. I'm pretty sure. And it opens the opposite. You think that it's going to open that way, but actually it opens that way. So the longer side is the one you pull out from the container. It's a tiny brush. It's an absolutely tiny brush. You can get right into your lash line, which is exactly what it's designed to do. You can get great definition and volume by building this up. I absolutely love it. It came in a duo. I think it was €25, in and around that. So depending on the exchange rate, that was last October. So I got it was the end of October, so I got it was early October, so I got October, November, December out of it, and then the second one, January, February, March. So yeah, that's gone. I haven't been using it since the end of March. So, but what I might do is I might rinse the brush and keep the brush, because I'm sure I could use it with another mascara. It'll do the same thing. But if It Cosmetics does, if there's an offer on QVC, I will repurchase. This is my CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara in black. I did like this, but I think I'd like to try, what's the other one? Lash Blast. I'd like to try the Lash Blast. This one was water resistant. I did like it, yes, and it does give volume, but we can't get it here, so I'd either have to order it online or get my daughter to send it to me from New York. My last makeup item is and it's so small you can hardly see it, my Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Coal Barbarella Brown eyeliner. It's the lid is bigger than, and I think I sharpened it today and used it, and I don't think I'll be able to sharpen that again. So I'm really sorry that that's come to an end, because I do like it. But I have I'm trying another eyeliner at the moment that is actually quite very good. It's quite good in comparison, and it's a lot cheaper. So I'll talk about that in another video. I won't let that secret out just yet. But I do love this. It's very soft, very easy to work with. The problem with my eyes is that they're quite oily. My lids are quite oily. So even if something says it's waterproof or it's budge proof or whatever, it's going to budge on my lids. So if anybody knows of any nice brown preferably brown, not necessarily black, pencil eyeliner, or even a liquid eyeliner, but a pencil eyeliner I prefer really because I can get right in. And I was actually watching a video the other day that Stephanie Marie put up, and it's so good. It's about not actually lining your waterline because of the oil glands that are situated there, and if you continue to do that over a long period of time, you can actually block them and they possibly might stop working, and we're into dry eyes and all that kind of thing. So she did a video on how to get volume into the base of your lashes, into the lashes, not into the waterline. And I've been trying that now. I haven't perfected it yet, but I'm finding it so much easier to do and so much more comfortable, because I used to find sometimes if I did line my waterline, they would feel kind of sticky. So I will try and link her channel below. I will definitely list it. It's well worth watching, and thank you for that tip, Stephanie. So I've actually done it today. It's a very, very good technique, and it's not one that I've seen before. So my last two items are beauty tools, really, and these are two beauty sponges. So I have the little one for my under eye, and then the regular one for applying foundation. And this one I think was W7. Pretty sure it was W7. It came in a double pack, so I'm using the other one. So when it gets to the stage where they don't wash clean, I just toss them. But these are lovely and soft, and they do expand quite a bit when they're wet. This one I'm pretty sure was Primark pennies, and you know what? It's as good as... Now I've never used a beauty blender, so I can't compare it to a beauty blender, but I've used the Real Technique sponge, and I actually think this compares quite well. But for me, I like the shape of it because it's rounded at the end, and then if you don't have the little one, you can still use this. It gets in quite nicely into your under eye area. And I have another one of these on the go, so they're going as well. I think that's everything. Yes, so I'll have a little sip of tea. I love my tea. Yes, that's everything. That's all my empties for the moment. Oh, no, I do have one more. Excuse me, I have to reach for it. And this is a skincare item, and it's my almond oil, my sweet almond oil. And this is the brand Ultrapur. And it's just a natural skin emollient. I use it to remove my makeup. My daughter uses it to remove her makeup, and actually what I do is, because does it have? Yeah, it didn't have the little, you know, sometimes they come with a little plastic insert that has a tiny little hole and you squeeze it out. This one didn't. So when I was pouring it out, too much was coming out. So I had a bottle, I think it was from my last empties, I had an empty bottle of Caudalie cleansing cream. So I washed it out completely, and I decanted the oil into that. So because it has a pump, so that's working really, really well. And I literally decanted the last of that into the other bottle. So we're working on that. So highly recommend almond oil as a first cleanse. I use that every single night. And if I'm not, I will blah blah blah. I cleanse first of all to take my makeup off with the almond oil. Sometimes I will use the almond oil as a second cleanse, depending on what I feel my skin needs. But other times I will use either a cream cleanser, like the one I have at the moment, which I'm still working on, is the Dr. Hauschka cream cleanser, and it has a slight little exfoliant in that, so that's pretty good, but you wouldn't use it every night. And the other one that I have on rotation, which is what I use more for morning time, is my Trilogy enzyme cream cream enzyme cleanser. It's got enzyme in the title, and active enzyme cleansing cream, that's what it is. I really like that, but I would tend to use that more in the morning time, but you could use it in the evening as well, as a second cleanse. I wouldn't use it to remove makeup. So that is definitely all my empties. I've included everything, so they're all going into recycling, and I now have my space freed up again in the drawer where I keep them, and when I finish something I just toss it into the drawer, and when I can't close the drawer then I know I need to do my empties. So I hope that you enjoyed that, and I'd love to know what you used up this month. If you've got any fabulous products that you'd like to recommend that you think I should be using, I would love to know. And I don't know, I'm hoping to do a video midweek like I normally do, Wednesday or Thursday. Just depends how my week is going, what day I normally video or film on. But this week I have to have very minor dental procedure, a little dental surgery on Tuesday morning. I think I've said this to you before, I'm in the middle of having a dental implant on my bottom jaw. And yeah, I've had the first part of it done, where I had the root of the tooth extracted 3 months ago, January, February, March, yeah, 3 months ago, and they had to leave it set for a while. They put in a special dressing that was going to help the bone to grow, because it's on my jawline. And you have a nerve that runs along here. You know, when you have local anesthesia for regular, fillings or whatever. And that's the nerve that they numb. So in order to put the implant in, they had to be sure where this nerve actually was so that it wouldn't be damaged. So I had to have CAT scans and so on. It sounds like an awful lot more palaver than it actually needed. But I was quite nervous, and when I went to have because the tooth was gone and they had left the root in the gum to preserve the space, and I had a temporary cover over that, a temporary filling over that. So when that was going to be taken out, I was quite nervous because there was nothing to grip onto, but I didn't need to be nervous because I'm going to a specialist and he was so gentle and so good. Now I was well numbed up, and they use a stronger anaesthetic than they do when you go just regularly to the dentist for a filling, because it's just more, I suppose, more specialised. So I'm going on Tuesday to have the little implant put in, which is like a false root on the tooth, basically. I won't have the tooth just for the moment. Such a long time, such a long procedure, because you have to allow them this new little implant. The bone has to grow around it and secure it, and then they will put like a crown on top of that. I'm sorry, that's very long-winded. I might be a little bit bruised, I could be a little bit swollen, I probably will be a bit sore, and it's minor, but I'll see. When I had the root taken out before, for a couple of days, I was just a little bit out of sorts. It can be a little bit sore, but it wasn't painful, it was just, I've had something done. So I'll see how it goes during the week. Hopefully I'll be able to do one on Wednesday or Thursday, unless I'm like one of those cartoon characters with the piece of cloth tied around my head and I'm all swollen. No, I hope not. Hopefully it'll be just very straightforward. So I hope you enjoyed today's, and hopefully see you during the week, and enjoy the beautiful weather, and I will talk to you very soon. So take care. Bye bye.